Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Shed. Today they finally came out with it. I ended up putting a little teaser trailer up for Modern Warfare 3 called Modern Warfare 3 is Coming. Also, real quick, I want to thank everybody for all the love and support on the videos and also the new subscribers from yesterday. Pretty sure my account got fixed. It could be broken, you know, at any moment, but it could be fixed at any moment type of thing. I got back on and it was fixed and it was fine. I'll make an update video on that. But if you're new here, subscribe. I upload basically every single day. I was saying previously, there's a lot of stuff coming. So if you do subscribe, I appreciate it. It's just a 40-second little teaser thing, so I guess I'll just watch it, see what's up. Mostly it's just gonna be a logo reveal. It's not really gonna tell us anything, but the phone ringing? Hold on, there's a phone number right there. It looks like people have actually called this phone number at one point. I'll talk about it afterward. Just looked up MW3 phone number and yeah, people have already found it. All right, so there's a number right there. The green is turning to red, which is kind of odd for a Modern Warfare game. It's pretty much always been green. I wonder if that means that Black Ops will go green at some point.
He's not moved.
Just a theory, price talking.
Never bury your enemies alive.
Yeah, and there it is. Modern Warfare 3. As clear as it can be. November 10th, and they gave us a date. Holy fuck, okay. I thought it was just gonna be a name thing, but all right, that's even better. So apparently this phone number here, you ended up texting it some kind of word. It'll then reply to you that'll like basically give you a link that'll show basically an overhead picture of the dome area over on Al Mazrah, which is pretty much the place that we've now had multiple things pointing to that area where that's probably going to be where they have the reveal event on what's assumed to be August 17th. I'm pretty sure that's what all the leaks said anyway. Yeah, see right here, it ends up showing this location right here on Al Mazrah. This is the dome area. For sure had Price in there. They showed Makarov, or at least heard him and like saw his like eyes or whatever. Oh yeah, they were sending out like weird little teaser things out to the creators or whatever. They ended up sending swag, like this little teaser thing that's basically saying that slide canceling is coming back, which I've been talking about for a good amount of time. And like basically one of the messages that he got was you'll be able to get around Al Mazrah more quickly. The item was basically a slide and then a can and then a cell phone, so it's slide cancel. Some people thought that was corny as fuck. Movement was clearly a big deal. I don't know why you would change it like that. I just don't. So I mean, we've known that the title of this next game was going to be Modern Warfare 3. At first, it was going to be like an expanded year for Modern Warfare 2, and you know that was all discussed internally and stuff like that. But the way that you know Modern Warfare 2 trended, they were like, nah, fuck that. We're going to need another yearly release. There's no way we can sit here on this game that is just bleeding players like it has been. And you know them, they have to maximize profits as best they can. They thought that maybe they could manage to actually maximize profits by trying to stick to a game that was as huge as you know the original Warzone and Modern Warfare and Cold War and all that shit. They could have gotten away with that if they still had that amount of hype, but they fucked it up. So they pivoted off of that, and then what they were making as like the expanded content for Modern Warfare 2 is now Modern Warfare 3, its own standalone game, which is why it'll be able to transfer over really, really well and smoothly, in theory anyway, when this update comes out. Already seen them adjusting and moving around things, you know, on this game to begin with, to be more like how it used to be. So they clearly know that that is definitely a part of why people just stopped playing MW2 and Warzone in general. It's just unnecessary ass changes. They had a perfect formula and they fucked it up. Need hold breath kills, man, come on. Sledgehammer generally makes faster games, like their games just are fast. Some people were complaining about the speed and stuff over on Vanguard, but obviously it wasn't nearly as big of an issue as this is at the moment. The real question is, would it be better or worse? Which end of the spectrum is better? Way too fast or way too slow? I'd rather the game be way too fast. That's just me. Gonna be Modern Warfare 2 maps. Movement's gonna be better. Slide canceling / reload canceling and shit is back. Red dots on the mini map as well was another one. Ninja as well. It just seems like a much more classic Call of Duty. We're going back to the more arcadey things that we know and we're used to. I know everybody's like, oh, adapt. It's like, well, I mean, people did adapt or at least attempted to, and some just didn't like it. I don't know what to tell you. Mad about how it worked out. I mean, I get it. War mode was rumored as well. I remember that. So imagine that slide canceling with the war mode, some speed, probably slightly tuned down from Vanguard. That's just a guess. But again, I like Sledgehammer games. Like, I always do exceptionally well on Sledgehammer games. I don't know why, I just do. Their games just, they flow better for me. Pretty much everything that could have made this game great, Modern Warfare 3 is going to do. Does that really mean that you should go and spend another $60, a full-blown game, just to basically get a massive patch that we should have had the entire time? Now, obviously, I haven't played the game, but it could be slightly different, you know what I mean? But how close they are, the relationship between Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 is very, very close. They're so close and similar to each other that I can't help but feel like a lot of the changes that they'll be making on this game, there's no way that they would have the multiplayer experience of this game be much slower and then Warzone be slightly sped up with the mechanics of Modern Warfare 3 put in there once the update comes out for Warzone 2. I feel like it'd be better for both of those things. The pillars that are the game's design and feel should be very, very close to each other so the Warzone experience is consistent. Another thing, I don't even remember how the whole camo thing went over on Vanguard. I remember actually it was a real pain in the ass for some of this stuff because Sledgehammer had a really, really hard time figuring out what we meant when we were explaining things that were broken. I remember that. Some of that shit was inexcusable. I remember like the launchers were broken for a really long time, and then we had to explain to them like what was wrong with the one launcher versus the other launchers, and it was just like, it was so weird because like all you had to do is play and then use it and see the clear difference that like this rocket, this lock-on launcher thing, they don't do nearly as much damage. You're doing the same exact thing on those, but why would that, what's the advantage then? It just doesn't do anything. What's the point of it existing? I had to go into like Warzone in order to get some of the kills with it because the shit wasn't tracking the proper way whenever you got kills on players as well. It also made it like, I remember the challenges were a pain in the ass because they would update something and then they would fix something. We would ask them to make some sort of change to like a shotgun challenge, and then that same shotgun challenge will then somehow bleed over and fuck up a different Oh man, it was a nightmare, I remember. They also put out a Mortal Kombat trailer that ended up showing, you know, it was Reptile, Ashra, Havoc, another cameo demon character, I forget their name. Reptile looks the best he's ever looked. It's actually crazy. Dude, every character looks so good in this game. At first, the aesthetic was kind of a little weird at first for me, but once I've gotten like ingrained into the whole thing, just looked at all of the characters more and more, I'm way more used to all of it. I'm loving the style now. That beta is also going to be in like the next, what, like 10 days or whatever. There's going to be a whole lot of new shit in the coming weeks. Oh, I'm so ready. The thing about Havoc is like, he's so like chaotic. That's like literally his character. He's like the embodiment of chaos. Doesn't seem to serve anyone. He just causes chaos no matter how chaos can be. He could align with some way to make it more chaotic, but he eventually causes chaos to whatever order they're trying to establish as well. So it's perfect. Character literally, he rips his own arm off. Okay, these lobbies are so disgustingly sweaty for absolutely no reason, man. I wanted to play more as I was talking, but that shit was just trash. Yeah, I was saying anyway, Havoc, I feel like that dude, I don't even know how I'm gonna be able to show like any of his gameplay because YouTube is weird with like the blood and stuff, but even then, even if you like got rid of like the red from all the blood and you made everything black and white, they still don't want you to show a ton of the gore. But Havoc is gore itself. He literally rips his own arm off and then beats you over the head with his limb. As his other arm is growing back, the skeleton pops out first and then all the muscle forms back around it. Insanely cool concept as a character. I just don't know what I'm gonna do once it comes to like running into online matches with Havoc, and there's no doubt people are gonna play a lot of Havoc. Conceptually, he's just so fucking cool. It's just YouTube is not gonna like that. But yeah, anyway, Modern Warfare 3 is completely confirmed now. We have the title and logo and all that stuff. Finally, everything we've heard about it is super, super interesting to me. I love the idea of it. I love the sound of it. I enjoy Sledgehammer multiplayer for the most part. How other people feel, I can't blame them. I can't change their mind. It is what it is. Not sure when a beta is. I'm pretty sure that date ended up leaking as well, but that beta. XDefiant is hopefully dropping within the year as well, so that's also there. So it's just, there's gonna be so much, like I was saying, so I'm just ready. I'm still playing Diablo 4, by the way. Like some people were saying like, oh, so many people quit Diablo 4 and all this other shit, but there's gonna be a patch tomorrow, I think, for Diablo, which is gonna completely buff Sorcerer and other things like that. So I'm super excited for that. I'm really hoping that the Fireball / Meteor build is like actually really, really good. That's what I've always wanted out of these games. I'm super tired of having to run, you know, ice, or at least for the leveling process, a lot of electricity / shock, whatever. I don't really like the feeling of late game shock builds. Ice seems to be the only one with true survivability in my experience, and I'm so sick and tired of seeing ice, man. I'm so tired of it. I'm done. I want fire. I want to be able to nuke screen. I want my actual fantasy of being a mage. I don't need to be like this close range in your face. I have to freeze them with Frost Nova. I need meteors, meteorites falling past all the meteors and shit. Just absolute chaos. Big numbers, you know what I mean? That's what I want. So that'll all change tomorrow as well. I already got my inventory lined up with all the stuff, but I don't think that the gear is actually going to change until after the patch. So if I got the gear from last patch, it's probably not going to update. I'll have to re-find it. It just means I'll have to play more. Whatever.